What is up, Shark Army? It's me, Game Shark, and welcome back to another video. Today I will be doing a full beginner's guide for the new amazing farm RPG called Doraemon: A Story of Seasons. If you are anticipating whether or not to buy this game, or you have just recently purchased it and you've just got past the horrible stage of paying the high price tag for it, then this guide will give all of you new players a rundown on how it plays, how it looks and feels, what to expect, and also how to easily get started in your first season. We all know it can be a little daunting when we play a game like this for the first time, so this guide will get you familiar with the basics and it will give you a head start, ready for you to spread your wings and play with freedom. So let's get into it, shall we? Starting from the beginning on day one. But first things first, before you actually get into the first day, you need to be prepared for the super long intro, which is up to 1 hour long. This is way too long in my opinion, but it is something important as you will learn the basics and you will meet all of the NPCs in town and the buildings in town too, even though they could have shortened this. Also, a good tip from me, from my first experience, I recommend that you definitely use a controller if you're playing on the PC for the best and easiest gameplay experience, because the controls are a tad fiddly and it's hard to get used to, and you can tell that the game is definitely not made for a keyboard and mouse. So now that you have recovered from seeing your bank statement after buying this game and the intro is finally finished and you now have a decent controller plugged in and you are finally set up on your new farm, you are now ready to play the game in the first day. But this may be a little daunting and you will be confused on what to do as they've just jumped you straight into the freedom after this super long introduction with no clear explanation on what to do next. So first, take a look around on your farm, get familiar with the controls and your surroundings, start by clearing up some space for your starter crops and keep all of your resources that you collect, such as stone and wood. Keep it safe in your storage and don't sell these. You will need lots of stone and wood later in the game, and I mean lots of it, so stock up on everything that you gather. Now, once you've planted your starter seeds and you've tidied up a little bit of the farm, it's now time to leave your cozy home and go and explore the huge, vast world. Doing so can meet new people, get you familiar with the map and surroundings, and soak in the nature and learn where certain buildings are, and most importantly, you can go foraging right away. On your journey, you will find wild fruits, flowers, herbs, mushrooms, and much more, all that you can sell to get you started. You should go out and do this every single day, first thing in the morning after you've tended to the crops, but do make sure to store away all of your tools and unwanted items in the backpack at home for space, as you only start with 8 slots and this soon fills up if you carry tools as well. You can press Y on the controller for a quick store when you're managing the storage. You do have one chest placed outside and there's also some storage inside your house, which are both synced together and you can store between the two. Foraging is a great moneymaker at the start of the game. It spawns daily in abundance all around the map, and I have found that the best places to forage at the beginning are the beach and the west of your farm, up on the mountains and around the rivers. Also, if you see any weeds in the wild when you're foraging, make sure you do pick them out, because this will affect the chance of other forage goods spawning the following day. So after a hard days of foraging, go back to the farm and place all of your foraged goods in the shipping bin on the farm before 6 PM, because at 6 PM your shipped items will be collected by Doraemon to sell every single day, which is your daily income, and if you don't do this you will have to wait the following day at 6 PM in order to get your money. So it's always a race back to your farm when you see the time coming up towards 6. It is now the next day. What do you do now, you ask? Well, keep the foraging going, do the same thing constantly for the first 10 days of spring. You can even start farming during this time with the free 60 seeds that you do get from a quest at the general store. Don't forget to go down there and speak to the owners to receive them. This will give you a big boost of income to get you started. You may even want to start fishing for extra money in between. You can get the fishing rod by talking to Sandy at the beach once you've introduced yourself. This may seem repetitive for those first 10 days, but once you have made a good amount of money, we will be able to buy the backpack upgrade and the bug net, which are both very important to improve future profits and make bigger money for further progression. You will need 8,000 gold in total for both of these items. It is 6,000 for the large bag and 2,000 for the bug net. Now I do recommend getting both of these together right away as soon as you can, when you've got the money. It does sound a lot of money and hard work, right, but it's not as bad as it seems. Like I said, Keep foraging and farming for the first 10 days until you do so. It won't take you long before you reach 8,000 gold. It can be reached by the 10th, like I did myself, if you work for it and farm, fish and forage every day without fail. Once you have earned that 8,000 gold, pop down to the shop right away. Just remember that the general store doesn't open until 3 PM though, and it closes at 8 PM, only giving you 5 hours in the day to buy your seeds or items that you need. But instead of waiting for 3 PM to arrive, if you have nothing to do to pass the time on, you can actually take a nap in your bed and select the amount of hours that you want to skip. You can also nap on the floor anywhere in the world at any time by pressing B. Just select the time you want to wake up and boom, time passed. This means we can now go to the store and buy our new exciting items. So let's go. So we have now purchased the large backpack and the bug net. We are skinny, we've got no money. What's next? Well, let's talk about bug catching. Bug catching is a great way to earn more money. Just have the net in your backpack, have it selected and go and explore for wild bugs. You will see bugs scattered everywhere, ranging from bugs, beetles, ladybirds and butterflies, and much more. All you need to do is walk up to the bug and catch it with a net. But do be aware though, some of the bugs get scared when you get too close to them and they will fly and run away. So you'll need to sneak up behind them by moving slowly with the analog stick in order to catch them. There is a sneaking animation when you do move a little slower. Bugs can be sold in the shipping bin too, and they fetch a good price. Doing this on a daily, on top of foraging and farming, you will soon notice the money going up. So what now? Well, let's discuss fishing a little more too. So once you've got the rod from Sandy, fishing is also a great way to make even more money. You can fish in a number of places around the world. There is the beach, which is one of the best, and also rivers and lakes west of your farm. You'll know if it's a place you can fish because when you walk up to it with your fishing rod, it will tell you to press A to fish. If it doesn't say that, then it's not a fishable area. Fishing is very simple in this game, and there is no mini game or fishing bar in order to catch fish when you've hooked into one. You just simply cast the rod into an open, accessible fishing spot and wait for the fish to swim around it. You will see a shadow around your float, and eventually, after a few nibbles, your float will fully sink. At this moment in time, strike and you will automatically catch the fish. Or on some cases, junk. You can sell all the fish that you catch in the shipping bin as well. You can even use bait to get more bites and better fish once you have the better fishing rods, but that comes later in the game. Now that you are fishing as well as foraging, farming and bug catching, you're going to notice the money be as high as ever. And you're probably going to start thinking about spending it, right? What can you buy? Well, let's talk about mining. After you have introduced yourself to the blacksmith, enter the mine west of your farm to get a cutscene. He will give you a pickaxe which can be used to mine. Mining is pretty simple. You are in a small open square room with mineable areas on the floor. Select the pickaxe and chip away at the ground in any random spot. The light patches are places that your tool will be able to break through. The darker patches that you see around will require better pickaxes in order to break through them. Mining will bring you resources such as stone, copper ore, silver ore, iron ore and gold. These can be used to upgrade your tools, which is super important and is the next thing that you want to do and spend your hard-earned money on. When you are mining, you need to seek for the rope, which will take you down to the next level. The lower you go, the harder the ground is to break, but the more valuable resources you find. You may even find fossils and rare items down here, and each tile that you break will drain one stamina, so make sure to take food and an empty backpack when mining. Each day, the mine will reset and start back at level 1, so it's your job to find the bottom within the time limit and your stamina. How far does it go? Nobody knows. Yet. So I think that is basically it for the beginner's guide. That's to get you started. That's going to be the main stuff that you need to know. More advanced stuff comes with obviously animals, pets, relationships, building houses and getting the upgraded houses. If you guys want to see an advanced guide, which is for more later down in the game, then let me know down below in the comments. But you need to start playing the game a lot more in order to get to that stage. And this is just the basics of foraging, fishing, farming and mining and a little few other things to get you started. I hope this video does help you. This is how I played the game at the beginning and it's worked well for me. I'm familiar with the game right away. I've earned a lot of money and I am ready to play right up until the end and get into the deep stuff. If you did enjoy it and you found it useful, hit that like button, share it with your friends if they are struggling with the game as well. Let me know your thoughts and your feedback on this guide and on the game as well. Are you enjoying it? Does it need changing? What's your pros and cons about the game? And also, like I said, let me know if you want an advanced or an intermediate guide to get into the later stuff in the game and things that we haven't covered on the beginner's guide. I'm not sure if I've missed anything. I did try to go through everything that I can think of. So if there is more things you guys want to add into the beginner guide, put it down in the comments below for people to see and I'll pin any that are very, very good so everybody can see and get an idea on how to play this game to get started. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you're new around here to see more content like this. It's been me, Game Shark. Stay safe, stay awesome, and see ya.